Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Alan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome, one and all, to the there he goes, to the 116th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast, the official podcast of the Mayflower 2. We're so glad you joined us, and we do appreciate your support so very much. That's a real thing. You can keep up with us at blcpodcast.com, and please drop us a like or a follow on Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok. Please rate us on your favorite podcast platform and tell all your friends. And now,
because I want to hear about this Mayflower.
Oh, and now it's the show's Miles Standish II. It's Fred.
Miles Standish? Who is Miles Standish?
That was the captain of the Mayflower.
It sounded so familiar. I was like, Miles Standish. I thought it was like a stage actor or something.
Yeah, I
What it sounds
He
like.
was the captain of the Mayflower, apparently.
The King and I, starring Miles Standish.
He was the man.
Old freezer somewhere.
Well, me and Miles Standish are happy to be here, and I want to welcome my second mate, Mr. Sneed, a.k.a. Alan on the board.
Yeah, that's me.
He's the only other person I know who's been on the ship.
Yeah. On any ship of any kind. I don't know anybody. It couldn't have.
I don't know anybody
the guy
else
from the
who's been
Love
on the
Boat.
ship.
What was the guy?
Yeah, I don't know the captain of the Love Boat.
Richard. Who's the the bartender on the Love Boat? Alan.
Isaac. Yeah. Isaac from the Love Boat. He didn't even have a last name. It was just Isaac from the Love Boat.
I know Isaac is a Futurama because the Isaac bot.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's all. It's all you need to know, man. That's you're on a boat. It's not like shit goes and comes and goes. So, Fred, the Mayflower 2 was a replica of the original Mayflower that was created in 1957, the same time this podcast was created, and we sponsored it. In case you don't remember that, we sponsored the maiden voyage of the Mayflower 2.
Was
in 1957.
The original Mayflower was like 1759 or something?
I'm sure. Yes, it could have been any time. I have no fucking clue. 1573.
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Yes, that's true. Panation and Flumblabit. Exactly what you said. And he found all the Indians and thought they were from India.
So is this thing still floating? I guess.
I don't know. I am not. Believe it or not, Fred, I am not a Mayflower historian. Because I'm white doesn't mean I'm into that shit.
Sure, Matt. We should go I want to go straight play the Electric Boogaloo on it.
Yeah. Right. Well, no. So they remade the Mayflower in I guess 1957 for some reason, and then sailed it across the ocean again.
All right. When did the permit? They sailed it. They did.
They sailed it and made it. I think they said 56 days from England to here to America.
That shit had boulders in it.
Dude, I wouldn't trust that shit for a second. Like you think about
when did the Pilgrims land on Plymouth Rock?
Plymouth Rock landed on them.
Yes.
I'll tell you everything you need to know about the Pilgrims in 3 seconds, Fred. The core group of the Pilgrims was brought together around 1605 when they quit the Church of England to form a separatist congregations in Nottinghamshire, England. Let's see. And then they fucked around for a while.
I could have just been Nottingham.
I mean, I wonder if that really happened like that because,
hell no.
I mean, you think about it. I'm not going to be part of the church, so I'm going to get in a boat, go 200 days down the road.
Yeah, dude. Well, you had to because they didn't give a shit about you if you weren't like.
Yeah, well, you got to think too. Like they had already discovered the Americas.
Right.
And they were like, let's just go over there and put our
okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. America's already had been discovered.
Yeah, they've been discovered. They knew some shit was over there, but just like wasn't nobody over there. You know what I mean? And they was like,
So the Mayflower landed inland, whatever. This is what I call landed. November 9th, 1620.
1620.
Yep, after enduring miserable conditions for about 65 days. Yeah. And William Brewster led the singing in Psalm 100. 65 days. They confirmed that the area was Cape Cod, with the New England territory recommended by Weston. They attempted to sail the ship around the Cape towards the Hudson River, but they encountered shoals and difficult currents around Cape Malabar, the old French name for Menominee Island. They decided to turn around, and the ship was anchored in Provincetown Harbor by November 11th or 21st. It says 11/21. I don't know what that means. And then they wrote a little story called the Mayflower Compact, and
Mayflower Compact.
All hell broke loose from there.
Held all the women's makeup.
It's true. They were like, you shall not use any makeup because we're still religious as shit. I mean, that's the thing is like they were separatists, like from the main church, but they were still like hella religious. Yeah. It's not like they were like, oh, we love sex, drugs, and rock and roll. They're like, we want our Bible to be read slightly slower. That
believed in like desserts.
Right.
And the rest of the church was like, no, you can't have desserts on Sunday.
They're like, these,
crazy?
These hymns are too loud.
That's why I wonder about the story. Because when they moved here, there was not really that much difference between them and the other church. So
but
I wonder if they were like, "Nah, dude, you guys getting the fuck out of here. You guys stink."
There's freedom.
Go with the blowjobs.
I get on that fucking boat. Let's go.
Like, we think God said handies are fine. like, fair enough.
Like, okay.
Fair enough. They're like, let's go. We got to get out of here.
Crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. It's a crazy story. Again, I don't know.
But it had to be pretty bad, like Alan said, to just be like, fuck this shit.
Because
getting on the boat. I don't even know if we're gonna survive the boat trip.
No,
you know what I mean? And then when we get over there, we got to hurry up and build some shit because
314 people took off on the Mayflower and 4 made it.
7.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just assuming it is.
I mean,
it was more than just one ship.
It was. We were going to be the official. So we were going to be the official podcast of the Speedwell, which was the second ship that went with the Mayflower, but it ran into technical difficulties and had to go back to Plymouth, England, multiple times. So eventually, they just dropped that shit.
I thought it was the Nina and the Santa Maria.
No, that was your boy Columbo.
It was Columbus.
It was Columbo.
Columbo, Galileo, whatever the fuck his name was. I don't know. I don't know anything about history.
Nina,
history is for nerds.
The Santa Maria.
That's all I'm going to say. History is for nerds.
History,
and
it's crazy. The older I get, the more.
It's interesting. I used to like it more when I was a kid. But now I'm like, wow, we're living in it again.
I was like straight up fuck history when I was a kid. But now I'm an old ass man. I'm like,
I like history.
World War II.
I remember that. I remember when phones were rotary.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I was telling somebody that, my TV, when I was a kid, I had a black and white TV. Yeah. Like, why don't you have a color TV? Because they were expensive. Color TVs were expensive when you
know what I mean?
They still are.
Yeah. I had a black and white TV with the AM FM radio on it.
Yep. Those were the days.
I would buy black and white TV now if they still sell.
There you go. Well, we'll broadcast this episode in black and white for everybody.
It is in black and white, kind of.
Yeah, that's true. They're like black and white with a little bit of brown in there.
Yeah.
Good enough. Three color TV. Well, Fred, let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
Let me tell you something about kids today. Kids.
What's the matter with these kids today?
No, this is more pointed toward Alan, honestly. This past week, for the radio audience, I have some kids, and one of them is 5 years old, and he's something special. Let's just say that one way or the other. I'm not gonna go past that, but he's something special.
To the world.
Right. I didn't do that. So However, this week we were doing something. We were driving down the road or something, and I made a poop joke, and I started laughing because I was like, "Oh, that's a funny joke. It's about poop." And he was like, "Dad, I think you need to know that sometimes poop is not funny." And like he started lecturing me about when it's appropriate to like laugh at poop jokes and when it's not appropriate. I'm like, dude, you're 5 years old. And he's like, yeah, but it's still not funny, Dad. I was like,
that's not your son, man. Who is that?
About anti-poop jokes.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh man. I was like, Alan's not gonna like to hear this.
No.
So like that's like literally our whole thing.
Poop's not funny. What are you talking about?
Right. Not always funny. Now he said sometimes it is.
Something similar to that. I'm not getting off subject, but it's just a different track.
There's no subject, Fred.
We went on like a haunted hayride, me, wife, and my kids. And like this is the first time this place has done it. And they said it was really spooky because it's like a 20-minute ride and you ride deep into the woods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, fog lights and, just very dim lights. And so it was pretty spooky. So my 6-year-old daughter is like freaking out. You know what I'm saying? And there are also other people, parents with, little kids on this ride. And this one little kid that was sitting across from me, she goes, "Mommy, this is the worst day ever." And I couldn't help it. I just started laughing. "I don't like this day, Mommy."
You're like, worst day so far.
Yeah. My 6-year-old goes, "Dad, you can't laugh at her. It's not funny." I was like,
You're a bully.
I'm laughing at her. You know what I'm
Right.
I mean?
With her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I thought cackling in her face would make her feel better.
yeah.
No, dude.
Because it was serious. They had like that Momo. You remember Momo?
Yeah, I know. Who
Momo. They had a Momo.
Oh,
And
God.
like the Momo kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A bunch of like scary clowns that climbed up on the trailer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
cool.
yeah, like it was best $5 I ever spent.
$5. What a deal.
$5, dude. $5.
For $5, it's great if you shit your pants.
Yeah.
It's well worth it. I can buy new pants for $5.
$5.
That's crazy. Well, no, yeah, I was trying to so they have this thing for all of our listeners around the world. They have this thing near us called what the hell's that thing called? Like Mad World attractions. Yeah, and it's essentially it was a junkyard or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That they've converted into like a house of horrors for like 20 acres of death and destruction.
Yeah.
And I was trying to talk my oldest son into going because like I think that stuff is hilarious personally.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I don't ever get scared. I mean, I really don't, but generally don't. But like I was like, dude, your mom didn't. We went once and my wife wouldn't get out of the car. She like refused. She saw like people on stilts.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me that was the thing that got her. Was like, she's like, there's people on stilts. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, I'm not getting away. And I'm like,
not the guy walking around with a severed head.
Yeah, like that. Not a big deal for her. But stilts, deal breaker. I mean, I get it. Stilts are creepy, I guess. I don't know. They have really long legs.
I went there, man. That place is expensive.
It is expensive.
It's like $40 a person.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it.
Have haunted mini golf.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. And they have funnel cakes, I'm sure.
The best part of that was they had like this, you go into this tunnel and there's like an inflated, it's like something's inflated. I don't know what it is. It's pitch black and you can't see it, but like it's inflated and it's two things and it's squeezed together.
Yep.
So you have to like force yourself through it.
Through the anus.
Yeah, through the anus. Yeah, it's like a butthole. It is. It's like a butthole.
Yeah.
And you got to force yourself through the butthole. And like while you're like, there are people touching you
when you
like,
get out
from the other side.
Yeah, it's
when you get out, it makes that noise.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, freedom.
I just plop out on the other side. But like I said, it's pitch black and they're touching you.
That
and when you come out the other side of it, it's like a white room filled with like the dry ice smoke.
Okay.
So like you can't see your hand in front of your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all white. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, walking into heaven and you got to find your way out of it. It's
this shit is
insane,
uncomfortable.
man. They put some fucking
the production quality is good. That's the thing about it, and that's why I was like, yeah, dude, we should go and like do it. And he's like, it's not going to scare me. I'm like, dude, I scare you if I like stand around the corner.
Yeah,
because
like
they had that psychiatrist thing in there when you walk in, and they have, it's intense. And then the guy with the chainsaw at the end, it follows you and you run out.
That's kind of cliche though, because
right,
there's always a chainsaw going.
Yeah, there is.
There's always
there's forever a chainsaw guy, and that's just part of the game.
Yeah, my son wanted to do it too, and like a couple years ago, we went to like the haunted car wash. And it was just like it's like one of the local car washes that you drive your car through. Yeah, and like the guys, like they have people in there like standing as Chucky and shit.
Yeah.
So you get a scare and you get your car washed. He's in a floorboard, shaking like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Practically about to pee himself at the haunted car wash. And I'm like, you want to go to Mad World? You're out your mind.
Haunted car wash. You know how they scared you? They charge you $20.
Right.
$20.
May not have
my car.
This guy is mad.
Crazy. Well, hey guys, can we take a quick break for 2 seconds, and we'll be right back with more of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Hey there, sports fans. Do you love the thrill of the game as much as we do? Then you got to check out our podcast, Hit the Books. This isn't your average sports talk. We dive into the strategies, the statistics, and the surprising stories behind the sports you love. Each week, we bring the sharp insights, bold predictions, and of course, all the tips you need to raise your sports gambling game to the next level. So whether you're looking to win your next fantasy league or just a deeper appreciation for the sports world, Hit the Books is your ultimate audio and video companion. Ready to join the team? Visit our Linktree or website to access all our episodes, connect with us on social media, and more. Just head over to our Linktree for more.
Back to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. That is so loud. We are so sorry that we had to take that early break.
No, we're not.
Yes, I am. So it was a family emergency. It was solved by plugging something into something. So anyway, Halloween is over, Fred. And with the end of Halloween comes the beginning of, Christmas. We skip over. Thank you, Alan.
Come on.
We skip over.
Are we going to do that? Or we're going to skip Thanksgiving and go
No, I love Thanksgiving.
No, that's his favorite holiday.
I told you.
I know it is.
If there's one thing that I want this show to do, it's promote Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving-related food. But I had a question. So did you guys, obviously, like I said, not Alan, because anything Alan does at this point is going to be creepy. So Fred, did you guys have anything exciting happen for Halloween, or was it just a regular old get some candy?
Man, it was my Halloween was crazy because like we actually went trick-or-treating.
Good.
Which
that's what most people do. Okay.
No, they don't, because there was nobody out trick-or-treating.
Well, we were out trick-or-treating. We were just in the fancy neighborhoods.
Did you go door to door, or did you go to like a trunk or treat?
No, we went door to door.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
like actual.
We went to a house and it was probably 8:30, and the lady goes, "You know how many trick or treaters I've gotten since the night started? One." She said, "You guys are the first." It was
on Tuesday, man. What do you expect?
But still, I mean,
no, I agree. We were done by 8:30 though. We were like, we're wrapping it.
Yeah, that was kind of like our last house. Yeah, we weren't out there all night. I wasn't doing that. It started getting cold.
Yeah, it was cold. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't a lot of houses in the neighborhood. We always go to my in-laws' neighborhood because they throw a big party and everything. And it was cool. That was cool. That was always fun.
Yeah,
but yeah, it wasn't like most years. There've been a lot of people. This year it was a pretty slow roll.
It was a fucking Tuesday.
Tuesday's the worst day to have Halloween on.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday. Like
Nobody wants to do anything on a Tuesday.
Out there. I've been at work all day. And,
nobody wants to do anything on Tuesday, Fred. Which is why after we went Halloween shopping or Halloween candy shopping, whatever it is, whatever you do on Halloween, I stopped by my old friends at the McDonald's Food Corporation. That's probably their name. In order to get and review their brand new fancy sauces. Fancy sauces.
Fancy
sauces.
All right, I will let you guys pick. I'm going to do Matt Parker's fancy food review on both of these motherfuckers. So I'll let you pick one. Which one do you want first? Do you want
what do you got to dip
sweet
in?
And spicy jam? I'm not dipping it.
Just use your fingers.
So I've already tried them. These are visual aids only, friend.
I
was like,
you saving those.
I was like, I'll pay the. Yeah, I'm gonna put these on eBay.
Yeah, you got a shelf where you like
25 years. These are gonna be worth so much money. No, I decided that I was like, I wanted to try them because right. I mean, fat guy.
Yeah.
So my stomach's like, you got to try those sauces.
Are they 25 cents a piece?
You know what? It's so funny because normally, and I'm not going to tell you which McDonald's I went to. No, I'm not going to tell you guys which McDonald's I went to because I don't want to get them in trouble. But normally,
by his house.
No, they don't know where I live.
Yeah, but we do.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the radio audience.
Oh,
they better not know where. Well, someone probably know where I live because they're mostly our family. But still, so no. So I went to the McDonald's and I was like, "Oh, I would like 2 of your brand new whatever sauces." And they're like, "Sure." And so I got up there and I was like, "Here, I can give you some money for them." And they're like, "No, sir, you just take these sauces." And I was like, "Are they that unpopular that nobody wants these fucking sauces?" And so we have Mambo sauce, which is inspired by stars, apparently, and sweet and spicy jam sauce.
Damn.
Yes. So let me give you my quick first impressions of these sauces.
Give it a rundown.
They suck. They are gross and they are disgusting and I hate them.
What are the ingredients?
Okay, the ingredients. Do I really have to read you the ingredients?
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, hold on. Well, it'll fill the show. Hold on. So the ingredients in. Oh wait, we'll go in alphabetical order. So the ingredients in Mambo sauce, because M is before sweet and spicy jam. Mambo sauce are sugar, tomato ketchup. Do you want me to read the sub ingredients of the things too? Like what's in the ketchup?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll have to. Let me get an announcement. And now in McDonald's Mambo sauce, sugar, tomato ketchup, tomato concentrate, sugar, distilled vinegar, salt, onion powder, spice, and natural flavor. Cayenne pepper sauce, aged cayenne red peppers, distilled vinegar, water, salt, garlic powder. Oh, garlic powder, not garlic and powder.
Garlic and powder.
Garlic and powder. Water, distilled vinegar, modified food starch, contains 2% of less or less. Soy sauce, water, wheat, soybean, salt, potassium sorbate, and sodium benzoate. Natural flavor, paprika, xanthan gum, salt, caramel color, natural extracts of chili peppers, natural extracts of cayenne peppers, contains soy and wheat.
So
tastes like a butt sandwich.
It's a spicy sauce.
It's supposed to be spicy, and it is a little spicy. Like it's a little spicy, but it's just really very like one note.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it just didn't
like spicy ketchup.
Pretty much. So like the spicier ketchup. It's gross. So it's trash. We throw it away. Thank you, Alan. That's exactly what I said after I ate it.
One blowout butthole fart.
That's right. It only gets one butthole out of 7.
Just 1 out of 7.
Now, thankfully, our friends at Sweet and Spicy Jam are a little less complicated.
Okay.
All they have,
Sweet,
oh my God.
Spicy and jam.
Basically, sugar. Our ingredients of Sweet Spicy Jam are sugar, corn syrup, water, apple cider vinegar, red bell pepper, aged red cayenne pepper, and contains 2% or less of the following: distilled vinegar, dried red bell pepper, spice, just spice, pectin, or spica. Is spica a thing? No, I'm pretty sure that's a spice. It's got to be spice. Spice, pectin, citric acid, natural Szechuan pepper extract,
Guess what?
sodium benzoate, and potassium sorbate. Of course, calcium chloride, our old buddy.
Gotta have that calcium chloride.
Yeah, without the calcium chloride, you lose the whole thing.
That's it.
But yeah, this one tastes just like, it's not spicy. It's just really sweet. It tastes like literally it could be jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gross.
Liquefied jelly.
It was gross. And I tried it on multiple different things. I tried it with French fry. Tried it with a McNugget. Those are the two things.
What is it? He said
what else are you
multiple.
to try it with?
You get the breakfast stuff, man. You gotta get.
Dude,
the
you can't
breakfast
get.
stuff.
Have you? Wait a minute. I've never even thought about it. You could probably get the sauces at breakfast, couldn't you?
I mean, they're
I don't
inside
eat
the
McDonald's
store.
breakfast.
At the same time, they don't bring them in at lunch. And like,
That's true. I never thought about that.
it's $9.59. Somebody get the sauces
Like, hurry up, get that sauce truck in here right now.
right now.
Like, there are people out here waiting on sauces.
Sir,
Where are
it's
the
going to be
McNuggets
another
at?
20 minutes on your sauces for your McNuggets.
Like, where are the McNuggets? Someone kill those chickens. Hurry and blend them into a paste and then turn them into McNuggets.
They're supposed to kill those chickens 3 hours ago.
That's
What
right.
are you
That's right.
doing?
I told you to kill the chickens at 10 a.m.
Whacker.
You didn't do it. Dave.
Save the chicken killer.
No, I was just bummed, man, because I was really expecting like a lot out of these sauces.
Right.
And only because of the marketing campaign that went with them, you know, because it was a lot, man. They were like,
I didn't even know they had them. So
oh, Alan, they got them, man.
All marketing, man.
Yeah, dude, it is. And, you know, I was like, oh, okay, well, they're going to be great because they've probably been tested hundreds of times.
On animals?
Oh, yes. In fairness, yes, probably. And the animals were like, meh. And they're like, let's run with it.
Let's go with that.
They're like, if a coyote sort of likes it, humans are going to love it. I like the idea of them testing on
the other
random
sauces
animals,
we eat, wild animals.
Yeah. Like that coyote, that wallaby, not a big fan of the Szechuan sauce.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Well, what are we going to do? Just try it with the Roadrunner. That's a real animal. But no, I just, like I said, I was expecting something better. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe it was the expectations set.
Expectations was too high.
Yeah, that was like, oh, sad. And then
Hype
so,
stuff
yeah.
up.
Not great, Fred. Not great. But it's okay. It's I gotta quit all. I gotta get off these sauces anyway because I gotta get off these sauces. Man. I'm hooked on the sauce. No, because like so it's and this isn't like a sponsor or anything, but it is now November, which is Type 1 Diabetes Awareness Month for people who care about that. You know, my daughter's type 1.
Yep.
And so I started doing this like challenge, this walking challenge of I have to walk 100 miles in the month of November. Which seems like a lot.
Not bad. No.
And then, I walked like 4 miles today, and it wasn't that bad. I mean,
to the McDonald's to get the sauce.
To the McDonald's. Yeah. Exactly. No, and I have it planned out. I'm going to walk I was trying to walk 3.5 miles a day, but now that I got 4 miles in today, that means at one day I'm only going to have to walk like 3 miles. And then I'm going to call an Uber back for the other half a mile back to the shop, back to wherever I'm at. Like, just get me back to my car, Uber. They're like, we can see your car from here. I'm like, doesn't matter. Get me to the car. I've walked my 100 miles. I don't have to walk one more fucking step for the rest of the month. I swear it. But
we walked about 4 miles yesterday. Trick or treat.
Yeah, it's not so bad. You can handle it.
Not bad.
But so I was walking, I work in downtown of our beautiful city, Greenville.
Right.
And I was walking back from lunch today because I was like, oh, well, if I'm going to walk, the least I can do is go to McDonald's and get something to eat. But I didn't go to McDonald's. I went somewhere else. And got something to eat because there's no McDonald's within 4 miles of me. So I went to McDonald's. That's right. And I had to get the chicken McNuggets.
McNuggets.
As soon as I had something else in my head for a second, I was like, nope, not calling it.
Yeah, I heard it about to come out. I was like,
nope.
McNuggets.
For a second, I was like, no.
6-piece McNugget.
But if you, the thing that I had in my head, if you watch, what was that movie? Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, I love it.
With the
first one.
The first one, the one where it was like an old Southern guy, and he was haunted by like the little dolls.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The dollhouse. Yeah.
You remember what he called them?
Yeah. The little
That's okay. Go back and watch that, kids. Don't watch that, kids.
They don't want you in the dollhouse.
Right.
I love that movie, man.
And then
watch the second one. The first one is a classic. But do not watch the second one.
I'm sure the second one's trash.
It is.
It's okay. But yeah, so I was walking around, like I said, look with my McNurklets and my salsas, walking downtown Greenville, where we live and everything, just hanging around. And like, it is cold today. So I have my hood on because, again, it was cold and I'm a creature of, I want comfort. So I was like, I'm wearing this hood. I don't give a shit if it does make me look like a rapist. I'm wearing this hood that says I rape people on the back of it. But so I'm like walking down, walking around and like kind of taking some back ways because where my work is kind of out of the way. And like, I kept noticing that these are like people, other people walking too, because people will do that sometimes.
Right.
And like, they kept like, people would like look, they'd like look back. And then they like kind of walk to the side. And I'm like, what are these fucking people thinking? Like, are they thinking that like my fat ass is going to like chase them down? I literally have a box of nachos in one hand and a goddamn drink in the other hand.
Only thing I'm raping is this food.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's exactly it. I'm like, do you really think that I would put this food down to do anything to any of you people?
I'm literally going to stick my dick in these nachos.
Right. Like the only thing in danger is these fucking nachos.
And then try to suck the cheese off of it.
Right. And there's going to be no DNA left for them to test. Yeah. But it just cracked me up because everywhere I went, I'm like, God, like, come on, lady. Like, I'm so fat and I'm so not even.
Hey, that's the curse of the hoodie, though, man. Like,
it is. Well, but I mean, like,
you're a thug if you wear a hoodie.
Right.
Wear a hoodie.
It's true.
Most comfortable sweatshirt ever made.
It is, man. And if you want, you gotta own it.
Gotta hood up.
Be the thug.
Yeah, that's how I'm like, get out of my way, bitch.
I'll be the thug.
Yeah, you should have said that shit too. Get out of my way, bitch.
Like, if you're still on this trail 6 minutes from now when I finish these nachos, I'm coming back for you. Like, yeah, like I'm gonna walk down up a hill again to get you. That's the thing. There's like a hill right outside my work, and like that's the only thing that's gonna stop me from defeating this challenge is having to walk up and down that hill. Fuck that hill, man.
Told you.
Who made hills? Idiots. But yeah, so I was it just cracked me up because I'm like, there are like multiple people, and I know I'm a big guy. I mean, I'm like 6.5 feet tall almost. So I understand that I can be like a little intimidating, probably. But how can you be intimidated when a guy like it wasn't even like I was holding like a soda. I was holding a fucking pink bubble tea from like the tea shop and a fucking pack of nachos in the other hand. I could not.
That's how scary people are these days, though.
Right. I'm like, you guys are really that scared? Like, I'm gonna drop this fucking $7 bubble tea. Just
they were probably actually they may have been just jealous. They're like,
they're jealous of your bubble tea.
They're like,
oh, it's time some nachos, motherfucker.
They didn't know it was nachos though. They couldn't have known it was nachos.
Nachos and bubble tea. That don't sound good together, but
I didn't eat the nachos were leftovers, so they were going back to go into the fridge for work, so that I can probably eat them for breakfast tomorrow.
Nachos anytime.
Yeah, exactly, anytime. But the bubble tea I had a wild hair and I was like, oh, bubble tea.
What's a bubble tea?
It's tea with like little tapioca pearls in it. You wouldn't like it, Fred.
No, I probably would.
No, there's one in Fountain Inn now. There's a bubble tea shop close to you in Fountain Inn, and guess what? It sucks. So there you go.
Throw a brick through the window.
Okay, you do that. That'll teach them. I appreciate you're backing me up on that.
File your insurance claim.
Yeah. That'll teach you to make delicious teas that are slightly too sweet. No, me and Jack and my son and I went, and it was just we got they're all Pokemon themed, right? So which is cute. It's like, oh, do you want like a dark type or a grass type or this or that? And I was like, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. And I don't remember what I fucking got, but it sucked. Yeah. I remember I took one sip and I was like, God, this is sweet. And by like the third sip, I was like, I can't even drink this.
Can't do it.
No. And then like my son, who literally is a garbage can, was like, I'll take it, Dad. And like he tried it and he was like, this is disgusting. And I was like, okay, well, great. So that was literally $7 down the drain. That's okay.
Sugar, they'll do it.
They just put all the sugar in there, man. They put too many things.
Right.
So that's all right. It's life.
Gotta make it fancy.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, look, we did a drizzle around the edges and shit. No, thanks. I don't need any of that shit. Just and then like mix it up really good when you get it. I'm like, you should mix it. I shouldn't have to mix it after you eat. Part of the drink is mixing it.
I'll just stick to my caramel crunch, my frap from Starbucks.
Not a sponsor.
I love it. I love it. Not sponsored. But
Is it caramel? What's a caramel crunch frap?
It's a frap. It's like a
Chino.
vanilla frap with caramel, and then they put like these. They shake this crunchy,
shake it on me,
like rocks in it or something, whatever, candy rocks or whatever. Man,
shake them rocks on me, baby.
Delicious. I always get extra crunch.
Oh, gotta get the crunch.
Get the crunch. Give me the extra crunch.
You're like, crunch me, girl. Crunch me all night, Steven.
Yeah.
Steven, the barista at Starbucks.
Yeah. I love the way you drizzle.
Yeah, drizzle me, baby.
On top.
Yeah. Like, I'll be the caramel, you be the crunch, honey.
Yeah. I'll tell you when to stop.
Never. The answer is never. Never stop. Never stop with the caramel.
My
crunch.
safe word is vanilla bean.
That's right. Yeah. My safe word is Duncan. Like Duncan, they're like, oh shit, no.
Fucking Duncan sucks.
Yeah, Duncan does suck, doesn't it? If we could have one like restaurant that would be an enemy of this show, it would be Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts, fuck yeah.
I hate Dunkin' Donuts. Man. I wish I want to not hate them, but every single thing they do makes me hate them more.
Yeah.
Well, see, and we have the problem because we have Krispy Kremes here too.
Right.
And Krispy Kreme is like the Jesus of donuts. Like it doesn't get better than Krispy Kreme donut, Alan. I'm sorry. I don't know who.
No, you called it the Jesus.
Yeah, it's the Jesus because Jesus is great, right?
That's the thing about Dunkin' Donuts. Where do their donuts come from?
Hell,
because they sure don't come from that goddamn store. They ain't making them inside.
They're made at a remote facility.
Where? I ain't never seen a Dunkin' Donuts.
I was told
anywhere
one
near
time.
me.
I was told that there was one in Asheville, which is about 2 hours away from us.
Well, no, Dunkin' Donuts, don't they have the dude that comes and makes the donuts at 5?
Not anymore.
It's time to make the donuts.
He's tired his ass.
Oh, well, now he's like, it's time for the donuts, man.
Yeah.
We've been cooking nonstop for 74 hours. That's okay. Poor Raul.
My dick is getting sore for putting holes in the donuts.
That's right. I don't know. There's got to be a better way. You know, honestly, if someone told me that they made the holes in the donuts with dude's dick, I'd be like, I believe that. That's how trash those donuts are.
Still gonna eat it. No.
Well, I don't know, man. Like you saw that.
Nah, their donuts are just old. They're just dry, man. Like,
yeah, they're always old. They're never. And that's the thing with Krispy Kreme is Krispy Kreme's like literally like, here it is. We just made it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. And you're like,
it'll
this is
melt
the best
in
thing
your
in the
hand,
world.
dude.
Yeah,
like it's so.
It's the best thing. Yeah. So speaking of that reminds me of that video that I sent you about the vapes. How'd that make you feel?
Dude, that's oh my god, man. You sent me this video of like the guys testing the e-cigarettes, the vapes.
Care to hold up your vape right now so they can show them what kind they were testing?
Not the kind.
It looks exactly the same.
No, it's not. This is a lost berry. Those were elf bars.
Okay, I don't know what any of those words mean. Am I having a stroke?
It's a
like
these are the brands.
Oh, okay.
These are the brands.
Who the fuck was like, let's name, we're a vape company. What should we be called? We should be called Lost Berry or Elf Bar. Jesus Christ. I know who didn't name it that, and that's our friends at Shenzhen UL Technology Co. Ltd.
Exactly.
They made vapes
like that.
But not like that.
They made vapes, but no, they made them with love.
Yeah.
Not human spit.
Yeah, that's crazy. They had like 100 vapes on like one thing, and he just put his mouth on all of them, testing them, licking on them.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's what got me. I was like,
God, man.
So don't do elf bars. Apparently, elf bars are the Dunkin' Donuts of vapes.
See, but now it kind of makes you think that they're all doing it.
Oh, they're all doing it. You don't wipe your vape?
Like, no, I mean, no, because it's freshly packaged in a package. I
don't give a shit.
It's even got like a little tip in the hole. So, like,
we've all had a tip in our hole, Fred.
Fucking marketing, man.
Doesn't make it clean.
Yeah, it's the marketing.
That's but true.
Yep, just because you have a tip in your hole, Fred, doesn't mean that you're not going to get a disease. Diseases are still transferable.
Yes, I told my wife, like, this was a couple years ago. I had a phone with the ear jack in it.
Yeah,
earphone for the jack plug for the earphones. And I worked at a plastics company, and we would get the resin in, the like little beads.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They pour that in and melt it to make the plastic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And one of the little beads got into my hole in my phone. So and my wife was like, "What's wrong with the phone?" I was like, "I got a ball in my jackhole." But I still kept that phone. This is before Bluetooth technology, ladies and gentlemen. So I could never listen to my music except through the speaker.
Never
you know what I'm saying? I had a ball on my jackhole.
Yeah, and there's nothing more like offensive than that.
No,
people playing shit on their speaker in public.
And I couldn't get it out. You know what I'm saying? I even tried melting a needle or heating up a needle and sticking it in there. Maybe I could pull it out.
Just made it, got to put it in further.
Yeah, it did.
What about a vacuum? Did you ever try using a vacuum?
Yeah, did you ever try that? Did you ever try?
No, but you can't get vacuum suction because the hole is so tiny in the vacuum.
Go to the car wash.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll suck anything. I know.
That's what she said
from experience.
Well, let's go to break. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with hopefully less weird conversation, but probably not, honestly. Right back.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the 116th episode of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for a brand new, yet slightly familiar game authored, engineered, and developed by our friends at Sony TV Studios and then adapted for use by the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. That's right. Fred is going to take you to the world of BLC you in jail.
Yeah.
He did it. He wrote it right, more essentially. Close enough. Close the fuck enough.
It works, man.
So
Fred, tell the kids the rules of the game.
I'm going to tell you guys, this is how the game is played. I'm going to give you a headline, and then I want Matt and Alan to guess if the subject of the headline is Black, Latino, or Caucasian.
Hence the BLC.
Hence the BLC. That's where the BLC comes in.
And they all end up in jail.
That's right. All these guys are going to jail. Guys and girls are going to jail. So we're just gonna jump right in it. You want me to give you like a little
are we gonna you want to give us a test? Is that what
give you a test to see how it's gonna go.
So I feel like we should go ahead and set a couple rules in place. Specifically one, that if Alan guesses that every person is black, that is technically not racist in this game.
What you did?
I said if Alan's like African American, black guy, that's not racist.
No.
Okay.
No. That's what B comes in. He's just saying B.
I'm just want to make sure. Oh, are we just gonna say BL? Okay, that's fair. We'll just say BL or C.
You gotta choose BL or C.
Gotcha.
All right, so Matt, you might remember this headline.
I do.
From a few months ago, I think we talked about it.
All right.
A man allegedly killed his friend while fishing because he thought the victim would feed him to Bigfoot.
I do.
Is this man B, L, or C?
Oh, he's 1000% C.
That is correct.
We knew that one. That was an easy one because no black people or Latino people believe in Bigfoot.
That's right.
At least none that I've met.
I believe in Bigfoot, but I don't think my best friend's gonna feed me to him.
Well, you don't know what I'll do.
That's why you're not my best friend.
Exactly, because I can't be trusted. I'm the white devil. 3 dings. Thank you, Alan.
Okay.
Right.
So
next one's for
Alan. Here we go. A Florida teenager. Hold on. No, the headline's funny, but okay. So a Florida teenager attacked a jogger because he said he wanted to use his body for quote unquote fantasies. Is this guy B, L, or C?
So it was a dude,
if you need a little bit more information,
hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna ask a question. So it was a dude that attacked another dude.
Yes.
Okay. What you got, Alan?
What's his name?
No, last name.
Smith.
Oh, dang. I'll have to go with C.
L.
It's C. Alan.
Come on,
every one of them. Oh, you don't know. He said Smith like he made it up.
It's Smith. No, his name is Logan Smith.
Oh, well, you could have just said Logan on that one. We didn't know.
I knew if I'd have said Logan, you get it.
Yeah.
So, like, apparently this guy, he tried to attack this man, but the other guy was armed with a rubber mallet and a can of Axe body spray.
Why?
Because it's Florida.
Yeah. Honey, where's my jogging mallet?
Why not?
We're low on Axe. Go to the Costco.
Axe is cheaper than Mace.
That's right. It works just the same. All right. So, okay. Alan, it's 1-1.
Yeah. All right, it's 1-1. Here we go. Okay. A man thought that he could hide from authorities inside an oversized teddy bear after stealing a car. Now, there's plenty of clues in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm breaking it down in my head. So now I'll give you my thought process. Okay, hiding inside a teddy bear,
yes,
possibly a white person or a Latino person.
It was one of those big giant teddy bears,
right? Like
from
the
Costco, it's one of those big Costco
ones.
teddy bears. Yeah,
the creepy ones. But then you said stole a car and hid from authorities.
Is he in Florida?
Yeah, can you give us a location?
Okay,
it's a general location.
From Manchester.
Oh well, he's white.
Oh yeah, he's C.
I still think he's B, but he's C. Probably C.
Final answer?
I'm gonna say B.
C.
The answer is C.
God damn it, every one of these is C.
Hey, has to be in a teddy bear. Come on, you think a black guy's gonna jump in, and a Latino gonna jump in a teddy bear?
Why don't you just call this?
I gotta go to Costco and buy some steaks and leave.
He said when they went to arrest him, the officer noticed the large teddy bear breathing at the house that they went to.
Oh my God! Yeah, okay.
Breathing.
He's white, yeah.
He probably bought it just for that reason.
It's the perfect plan.
That's my Heidi bear.
Right. The cops will never look at a gigantic human-sized bear. Why would they? I'll just walk around the house. They'll never notice it.
Oh, shit.
All right. So it's 2-1. Alan's winning.
Here we go.
If we're keeping score.
It's winning. I gotta. Oh, shit. I think I lost. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Did I lose it? Oh.
Don't.
Oh,
that's a B.
I think I lost it.
Unpreparedness, B.
I did. Son of a bone monkey. I don't even know what that means. Okay,
I don't think any of us know what that
means. I got no. Where is it? Oh, dead air, man. All right, so there was another one where
we're just making this one up.
No, I'm not. I'm not making it up. I'm just trying to tell you the ones I remember. A woman.
You could have written them. No. Okay.
No, I don't write them down.
You know what? Why would you?
I don't fucking write. What are you talking about?
That's a C thing. I'm a B.
Exactly.
I like that we can use that as a different way of being racist toward each other. Like these L's are ruining our lives. These L's are driving down property values.
Okay. Oh no! Hold on.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Okay.
What?
Yep. Nope.
Okay.
Yep. This is
So a man
see you in jail.
dressed up as a Disney World employee vandalized some property in a attempt to get a security job.
That's an L.
Yeah, that's an L. I'm pretty confident.
It's a C. It's
Oh,
a C.
Why didn't I just play the odds?
I don't know. I see a pattern here.
Yeah, I see one as well.
Breaking news. Netflix just released the new Spider-Man.
Uh-oh.
I repeat, Netflix just released the new Spider-Man.
Can I get
now back to your regular scheduled program? BLCU in jail.
That's what he was supposed to. He was supposed to have all these things, and he was like, "I'll just watch Netflix instead. Let's just see what Netflix has got going."
No, he proceeded to remove the R2D2 replica.
Sure.
Which who wouldn't want to do that?
Right.
I would do that.
Did he do it like? Was it one of those things where he's like, maybe if I show them how weak their system is?
Yeah.
Because that's how we think. Like, it's not a crime if I'm doing them a favor.
It was a crime of really trying to help.
Right. I'm really just trying to help you guys out.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
Right. Like, why would I want to steal R2D2? I love him.
There was one that I really wanted, but I can't find it anymore. Damn it. Okay.
My favorite part of the show. Okay, here we go. We got it.
A woman
white
tries to buy a baby at Walmart.
C from an L.
C.
Buying a C from an L.
What's your answer?
C buying a baby from an L. That's my answer.
The answer is L.
Oh, wow.
Oh. No, I'm just kidding. It's C.
Oh, I knew it. Son of a bitch.
A woman was standing in line when she saw a blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby with a woman at the checkout stand. The lady, her last name is Taylor, asked the mother if she could purchase the woman's child and how much would it cost. The woman told her she would give her $250,000 for the baby.
At Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart. Who's buying $250,000 Walmart baby?
Right. He was like, oh, yeah, I got $250,000. I mean, that's why I shop at Walmart.
Yeah. And then the woman, she told her no. And as they left, the lady followed her out and doubled the price and assured the woman that she had the money. The mother became so unhinged and frightened, she locked her child in the car. And then she was finally able to get away from the lady and called the police, and they filed felony charges.
I feel like she locked her child in the car and then went back to Walmart to finish her shopping. She's like, if I come out and there's no baby here, but there's $250,000, we'll call it even.
Call it square.
Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about it. That's ridiculous, man. People are crazy. C's are crazy.
C's are crazy, man. No, I tried to find
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because
no, I didn't, because I looked up white crimes, and then they gave me a whole page of results. I looked up black and Latino crimes, and they kept talking about hate crimes.
Oh, well, yeah.
Hate crimes. I couldn't find any
That's true.
Any articles like that. I couldn't find
any good crimes for white or for other people. That's funny though.
Fucking hate crimes, man.
Hey, welcome to America, baby.
So that's been Bill. See you in jail.
Bill, see you right back. I don't know. That was so close.
Join us next week for Bill. See you in hell, and we'll talk about everybody that died.
Yeah, we'll talk about Matthew Perry and Bobby Knight passed away right before the show started.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Bobby Knight just died too. Dang.
He loves Friends so much.
Yep.
Did you see the Greenville, the local place here in Greenville?
Yeah.
Posted it was a bar or something, and they posted why don't you come drown your sorrows here? It's better than a hot tub.
Yeah.
We're your friends. Oh,
Nice.
yeah, dude. It was like they put a sign out on Main Street.
How would they
got
think that?
so much flack, dude. They deserved it. It was well deserved. That was
Yeah,
wild.
but why would you think that was good, man?
Because they can't do it the day after, man.
Right. You
And then you
can't even do that. If you own a business, you can't even do that. You can't do that if you own a business.
See, that's the thing. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, yeah, you could have done that and there'd been no problem.
Maybe for somebody like
pre-social
Norm Macdonald.
media.
Maybe for somebody like Norm Macdonald.
Right, who would have been like, that's fun.
Who would have thought that was funny?
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then everybody who knew Norm Macdonald would be like, Norm would have thought
he
that
would have
was
liked
funny.
that. Yeah.
But
Norm would have thought that's
yeah,
He would have.
actually
he would have.
Norm would have thought this was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, my thing is like,
That was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. No, I mean, when the more you learn about the Matthew Perry thing too, and like, obviously I wasn't like a big Friends guy or anything.
Right now, me either.
But like knowing that he dealt with all that like addiction issues and like
Right.
finally got himself sobered up. And I mean, it took like a big toll on him and everything.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you like, when you see that, you're like, shit, man. That's
Man,
like,
yeah.
So
you
what
know.
did he
just too
die of?
soon.
I mean, they said he drowned, but did he have a heart attack?
He drowned. I have no idea.
They said he was playing pickleball
Right.
earlier that day, and then he went to the hot tub, and they say like if you overexert yourself and then get to a hot tub, it
Spend
can
too much time in a hot
dehydrate you some
tub.
more.
Yeah.
But they also said like there was like bottles of pills found and like
Right. Well, like prescription though.
yeah, prescription,
Not-
but
yeah.
still,
It's,
just because they're prescription, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you gotta, I mean,
yeah, man, that dude, he had gone through so much, man. His body,
right.
I mean, but
They were showing his like weight changes during like
Yeah.
the
and all the
shit,
times
man.
he was in a coma like for 8 days because of drugs and shit.
Drugs, yeah.
I mean, his body was beat up, so any little
Sure.
thing probably would have just triggered it.
Right.
It's
But that's what they're saying. He probably fell asleep
Yeah.
and he
Slipped
was
on
fucked
the-
up to where his body don't
Yeah.
cause that
That's
reaction.
pickleball.
To,
What's your guys' opinion of pickleball?
it's a killer.
Yo,
Shit, Alan. Too soon. Too soon.
damn.
Why are you guys laughing?
I'm not laughing. I am not. I am, but I'm not. I shouldn't be.
Ooh, I'm grimacing.
At least he didn't say it was a killer workout, which is what he should have said. No, I don't know. I like it's all the rage nowadays.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
I just think it's a fad.
Yeah, it's a fan.
You
it's a
think? Because they're
fad.
like making
Yeah.
these courts, like they're making like entertainment centers that are pickleball.
It's a
centric.
fad, dude. Like
Anything
we
else?
when I went on my golf trip, we went to the PGA store, which is nothing but golf, except for one section
think.
that they had dedicated to pickleball.
It's because it's an old person sport.
Yeah, it's a C person sport.
It is. Yeah, it is. I've never seen an L or a B playing it. You're absolutely right. It's one of those things that they're like, this is for us only.
This is so C.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah.
You have to have gray hair and be C.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Did you hear about the hockey player?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
That was fucked up, man.
What happened to the
Like,
hockey player?
He got skated and clotted artery.
Artery, yeah, with the skin.
Yeah, like live TV, right? It was like live
Yeah.
on TV.
Oh, it was an NHL player?
Yeah.
Was it NHL?
I don't know.
Was it NHL or like the minor league?
It may have been minor.
I think it might have been the minor league.
Yeah, I think it was a minor league, but still, man.
but
Yeah.
still,
I mean, that was push league, man. He should.
Yeah.
That was a full karate kick.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Like, so
Oh,
there's like
yeah.
video of it and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
I'm not looking at
he was bleeding right on the ice, man.
That's
Like,
scary, man. That's why I'm always scared of hockey skates.
yeah.
For that specific reason, which is a dumb reason, really, but I don't know. It's always
No, it's a legit reason because
After that scene in Blades of Glory.
you're in razor blades on ice.
Yeah, that's what they are too.
Yeah. I mean, they're not really razor blades, but they're very
Not
sharp.
really, but
They're
are
sharper than not razor
They're
blades.
machetes.
They're sharper than rollerblades, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Which is what they are. I mean, that's true. That's just science.
That's a
bitch.
fact.
Science, bitch.
Yeah, Freddy's freaky facts.
Fred's freaky facts. Rollerblades are less sharp than razor blades, even though they share the name blades. Go figure.
Yeah.
Fred's freaky facts. Wow.
Let out an extra
What I feel
wow
like.
there, did you?
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, that's what's going on with us, guys. We're ready for Thanksgiving.
Ready.
I am so excited
Eat that
for
turkey, man.
eating.
We're gonna-
What sucks though is because I'm doing the challenge, I have to either figure out a way I can walk. So I'm a realist, Fred. I'm not going to walk 4 miles on Thanksgiving Day. It's just not going to happen.
Got to, man.
But I have to, or I have to make it up previous. So like if I do a half mile extra the 8 days leading up to Thanksgiving, I
Right.
can take that day off. But it's not going to happen.
No.
We'll see what happens. I have to log it every
Do it
day. That's
before
the thing.
dinner. That way you eat more.
Well, see, it's
What
funny
time y'all
though.
usually eat? I know y'all wife
I don't
eat
know.
like 12.
No, see, that is a misnomer, Fred. Put that on the BLC. I hate that shit. I hate when they're
Yeah.
like, let's eat at 11:30. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it is Thanksgiving, bro. Like,
Dude, I woke up
I
at
have not
10.
eaten dinner for
Yeah.
breakfast.
that is a 3:30.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner should not be before 3:30.
Yeah,
It should be
that's
around,
true.
I think like 3:30 to 4 is a good
That's
time
right.
because you can skip lunch.
Yeah.
You got to get hungry. You
Yeah.
gotta get hungry.
Yeah, we say 3:30, but we run on L time.
Right.
It's usually around 6:30 or 7.
Exactly. So 5:30, you're like, is food coming out? Or what? Like, we're waiting on a few more L's to show up.
15 more
Yeah,
minutes on the turkey.
No, with Alan's house, it's always, oh, well, this guy and this guy and this guy are going to show up, and then we're going to eat. I'm like, they'll never show up. I'm so
They'll
hungry.
never go.
Yeah. And then 6 hours later, they're like, oh, you guys waited on us? Why? Oh, I
And then my brother is married to a
We
B,
love you.
so
Yeah.
so you're running on L time and B
Yeah,
time.
that's 45
Yeah.
minutes, bro.
And you know when it's a couple, it multiplies. It doesn't add.
That's 45 minutes, bro.
Yeah. It multiplies. The B multiplies by the L.
Yeah, V times L equals
Yeah, exactly. It ain't B plus L.
LATE.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. B plus L equals LAT. That is
I mean, it's well
100%.
worth it because the food is awesome, but man,
Sure, the food's
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
but still, McDonald's just gets to you in 5 or 6 minutes less. Just don't try the new sauces, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you next week for a Turktastic episode. I don't turkey. All I can think about is turkey. I wonder if we're gonna be good on turkey. Probably not.
Turkey.
Turkey for me. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you next week on the 117th edition of
117.
Blackling Collective Podcast. I know, right? We're old.
I'll
Adios.
see you, turkey.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Oh, what a day. What a fucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.